happy to be back with you guys after a little week break. Refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to rock and roll. So I thank you for hopping back on and for always being such good sports about understanding that everybody needs a little time every now and again to just chill out. So hope you've been taking good care of yourselves. We're going to continue to take good care of ourselves as we practice this morning, just like we always do. Paying good attention to what your body needs, what your body wants, and knowing the difference between what you think you have to do and what you probably should do, right? This is a pretty powerful tool as a yogi and as a person to learn the difference between, right? Sometimes what we actually probably need is a little bit different than what we think it should be. So listen to your brain, your body, your intuition, and move in a way that feels comfortable, that feels appropriate for how you've come to your mat today. And just remember, today is today. Tomorrow will be tomorrow. And yesterday is what it was. So don't let any of that into your practice today. Just take it as it comes. As always, if you're practicing somewhere warm, please make sure you have some water, maybe a towel, whatever you might need to just stay comfortable throughout your practice and enjoy yourself. We're going to start in child's pose today, so come on back, take your knees out wide, soften your belly, and let it just fall down to rest between your thighs. Relax your forehead. Soften the space around the corners of your eyes, the corners of your mouth. Relax the cheekbones and the jaw. And then allow your body to just settle in here. Feel the weight of your muscles and your bones rock out any tension that might be residing in the back of your neck, top of your shoulders, across your forehead. Smooth, steady breathing starts to take over. Rhythmic feel of your inhales and exhales moves from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Let your breathing just continue to slowly expand in every direction. You can feel your ribs open up, your chest and your belly rise and fall. One more time, slowly inhale here. And exhale completely. And bring your gaze forward and slowly slide out onto your belly. And just let your whole body kind of slither out there like a snake. Extend your legs behind you, and then come up to rest on your forearms and just roll out your head. Take it halfway around, all the way around, whatever feels good, roll it out. And press into your palms, lift your elbows, stretch a little bit deeper into your low belly, your low back. Slowly lower down, and then slide your arms all the way out in front of you and just open up like the letter X. Hands and feet move out a little bit wider. Let your forehead come all the way down to the mat again here. Tucking your chin slightly into your chest, you can feel a little bit more length in the back of your neck. And then on your next inhale, lift your head, but don't lift your gaze. Just keep your eyes down, lift your right hand up, lift your left foot up. Breathe right there for 3, 2, and 1. Relax everything back down. Slight pause. Feel the space between your shoulder blades relax. Other side. Left hand, right foot lift. 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Exhale completely. Go back and forth with me now. 1 breath. Inhale up. Right hand, left foot. Exhale down. It doesn't really matter what side you do, just opposite combination, hand and foot, along with the breath. On the inhale, you lift. On the exhale, you release. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Keep going. 2 or 3 more. Starting to warm up the body here. Definitely bringing that backside body to life. 4. 1 more. Inhale, draw it up. And exhale all the way down. Turn one ear to your mat. Just swing your big toes together behind you. Let your heels flop apart. Or maybe just wiggle your hip bones. Send a little bit of movement down through your spine. Draw your chin back to center. Take the hands in. One more time, we're gonna press up. Hands a little bit closer to you now. First time we did this from the forearms. Now you want your thumbs way back by your ribs so that your elbows are pointing back and up a little bit like a grasshopper. There you go. Cobra pose, lift up. And exhale. Slowly tap the forehead down. 2 more times. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, take it down. So just starting with a backside body warm-up today. Usually we don't do backside things really toward the end of class, but it feels good to start that way. Begin with your spine, right? And exhale down. Open the arms back out one more time. Move a few things. Make sure you've got some space around your mat there. And then just pick up a knee. It doesn't matter which one. Pick up one knee behind you and roll into that opposite shoulder just long enough to kind of tap in and then slowly unwind, go the other way. Pick up the opposite knee, roll into your shoulder. Give me a little spinal release there as well. Back to the middle. Go back and forth a few times. Roll and tap. So we're opening up the front side of the shoulder. We're also awakening the low back here. And starting to bring the hips into the picture once more. Roll, tap. And across the other way. Tap those toes behind you. And bring it back to the middle, and then just soften that opposite ear down. You can slide your arms back. Let your feet relax. Shake out your spine again if you need to. Hands drawing alongside, and then here we go. We'll press it up. Take it all the way back to child's where you started. Notice the difference already in your spine. Just touching base with this pose for a second or two. And then we'll come up. From hands and knees. Find your tabletop and reverse your fingertips. So you're going to flip your hands around and point your fingers back in towards your body, and then just rock your weight gently forward and back a few times. Now that you're up and off the ground, start thinking about drawing all those low belly muscles up and in. So behind the navel, Uddiyana Bandha. Below the navel, Mula Bandha. Rock a little side to side, or maybe start to make gentle little circles. Putting the spotlight here on those tiny little tendons that run up through the forearms, the back side of the wrist, even up into your hands. Usually you can feel that stretch all the way up into the knuckles of the hands. And once you've gone around a few times in each direction, release, shake that out. Replant, 10 fingers spread out nice and wide, and as you do, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and back you go. First downward facing dog. Let's stretch it out, see how it feels this morning. Take a little time to work through the knees, the hips. Swivel the heels. Maybe flip the toes once or twice. And draw your weight forward and out to a high plank. Hold at the top of a push-up. Breathe with me here. 3. Just feeling some strength now. Body's firing up. 2. And 1. Take it back to downward facing dog. Exhale completely. One more time out to high plank. Inhale, bring it with me. To the top of a push-up, take it to the bottom. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower, halfway or all the way. Remember, you can stay low. Right there's your cobra, or you can take it all the way up to up dog. And press back downward facing dog. Full breath in. Deep breath out. Let's put that into an entire sun salutation now. When you're ready, we'll take a look forward. Excuse me. And step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen when you get there. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. If your hamstrings are tight or just a little bit tense, still resisted, don't force that forward fold. Keep a bend in your knees, a little or a lot for as long as you need. Reverse and rise, roll and stack, or you can just sweep right up to stand tall. It's up to you. Palms press overhead. Take a little back bend. Good. Maybe a little side stretch. Just feel it out. First time up on your feet. And let your hands relax at your sides. If you just need to make any other little adjustment, get it out of the way so that when you're ready, you can leave your hands where they're at, or you can draw them to your heart center. Close your eyes, set an intention for your practice, for your day. Doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe you just intend to focus on your breath. That's my intention this morning. And so we'll start a sun salutation on the next great big inhale. Sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. Take it all the way down. Half lift and lengthen here. Plant your hands, step, hop, or walk. Feet back and lower down. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, lift your heart. Back, downward facing dog. Full breath out. Draw your gaze up towards your navel and breathe. We're gonna hold this down dog for 3, 2, 1. Lift your right leg, little variation here. Bend your right knee, open your hips, your chest, your heart center to the side for a breath. Close the knee and swing it under your body to your left elbow. Give it a tap. Take it back up. Inhale, kick straight back behind you. On your exhale, step through, stay low. Let your back knee tap the ground, so it's a deep lunge. You're just gonna tap that left kneecap down for a moment. Raise the hips, push back. Maybe flex the right toes up off the mat. Now rock that a few times. Tap forward to the lunge, push back and stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Next time you shift forward, just step right to the top. Feet side by side, exhale, fold. Reverse and rise. We'll come all the way up to stand again. Take it to the top. Do your own little thing right here. Make some back bends, some side stretches. Whatever feels like what you need, right? We talked about that earlier, just listening to your body along the way. Don't second guess yourself. Inhale, half lift. We'll take it through again. Step, walk, or hop. Back from a high plank to a low, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, open the heart. Back to down dog, lift from your navel. Spread all 10 fingers, all 10 toes wide, and hold right there. 3, 2, 1. Lift the left leg, open the hips, bend your knee, and look underneath your left arm. Good. Close and swing underneath to the right elbow. Take it straight up back behind you. 1 breath in. Exhale, step through. Just ease into that first lunge. Back knee can tap all the way down for a moment. Then lift up, press back, flex. So again. Lift up and press back. 2, 1 more time. Tap. Lift and flex. Gaze forward, shift that weight, step the feet to the top of the mat and forward fold. Let's keep moving on, except we're gonna change this first pose. Knees bend, now move into Katasana. Arms come up, fierce pose. Bend the knees, sink down low. Lift those toes, make sure they're lighter than your heels. And then hands through heart center. Release and fold. How about a little twist? Right arm up. Exhale, release. Left arm swings. And we fold. Halfway. Step, walk, hop, or shoot your feet back and lower down. Up dog or cobra, pull through. Take it back, downward facing dog. And the right leg goes high right away. Good. Open up, bend the knee. Look underneath the right side, stretch open. Swing that knee under your body to your left elbow. Kick it back up, breathe in. Step it through. Exhale, tap your left kneecap. Inhale, lift your hips, press back, flex. Exhale, back into the lunge. Add a twist, right arm up. On your exhale, close that twist, step and fold the top of your mat. Uttanasana. Grab your ankles, give them a squeeze. Knees bend again. Sit back. Now Katasana. Arms come up and over. Inner thighs and knees are squeezing. Lift your belly up off your thighs a tad. 3, 2, 1. Hands through your heart. Exhale, fold. Left arm swings up. And release. Right arm up and open. Inhale. And then fold. Half lift. Step, walk, or hop it back. Take it down. Keep those elbows nice and tight to your ribs. Beautiful. Pull through. There's your full stretch on the front side of the body. Up dog or cobra. And then down dog should feel like a stretch on the back side of your body, right? Spine nice and long, hamstrings lengthened, heels are heavy. Left leg will lift up. Take a moment to open that whole left side of your body. Close the hips and swing your left knee underneath. Tap the right elbow. Take it back up again. Inhale. Straight back behind you. And on your exhale, step through. Really try to step that foot the best you can into place. That means you have to use your core. Right knee taps. Deep lunge. Hips go up. Flex the toes. Sink back in. Add the left arm. There's your twist. And exhale, release and step to the top. Fold with me here. One last round. We'll keep adding on. Start with Utkatasana. Sit down low. This time, hands through heart center. Lift off your heels and crouch all the way down, or lower those hips like you're sliding down a wall behind you. When you get to the point where you're all the way down, then lift back up about another ½ an inch. So there's a little space between your heels and your glutes. Breathe right there. Toe stand for 3. Woo, find your balance, right? There you go. 2. Some days it's there, some days it's not. It's okay. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Legs together. And 1. Hands down. Right here you can step, hop, jump, or if you want to put your butt up in the air, your knees on the back of your arms, and maybe practice a little bit of crow pose. Feel free. You can shoot that crow back if you want, or you can just release, step back and lower. Up dog. Again, feel the stretch all the way down the front of the body. Down dog. We stretch the back. Left leg comes up. Pardon me, that's your right side. Right leg up high. Yay. And open up. Now, if you've been waiting to flip that dog, now's your time. You can flip it all the way around. Both feet hit the mat. Reach out and look for your fingertips. Push your hips up nice and high. Good. Let the hips drop and rotate back around. Kick your leg up higher. Twist underneath your body. Tap the elbow, and then kick out that left side. See how the foot just went out? Now lift your left arm up. Starfish pose, hips up nice and high. 2, 1. Left hand down. Right leg up. And step through. This time, let's make it a high lunge. We'll take it all the way up for the first time here. Squeezing those inner thighs together, even though they're apart. Imagine how it would feel to bring your inner thighs closer together. Feel how strong your legs get there? Good. Hands sweep back down. Once your fingertips touch the ground, we'll take that same pyramid stretch as we did before. Maybe folding in a little bit deeper. Option to flex the front toes, or if you'd rather keep that foot flat on the ground, that's okay too. Sink forward into the lunge, right arm reaches up. There's the low twist. 2. And 1. Hands down, step up, forward fold, right there. We'll do the whole thing over again. Bend the knees, Katasana. Once your chest is up, come off your heels, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Straighten up the spine, crown of the head, right over the tailbone. and then lower into place. Hold onto that toe stand, squeeze everything in. Navel tight, use your low belly muscles here. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, you can step, hop, jump or float, maybe from that crow position, back to chaturanga, up dog. Take it downward facing dog. After this little piece, we're gonna rest. We're almost there. Now that left leg up high. Right into an open hip or a flip dog. Flip dogs, push. Hips up, heart up, stretch, stretch, stretch. 3, 2, 1. Come on back around. Deep breath in, underneath, tapping right elbow, and then kick out the right side. So you get a little IT band stretch there, and then open it up. Make it as big and beautiful as you can. 2, 1. Hands down, left leg up. One more time, and step through. Doo-doo. There's your lunge. Take it all the way up on the inhale. Anjaneyasana. Right back down on the exhale. Fingertips to the mat. Push back again. Breathe. Stretch. Always like to slow that one down a little bit because it feels so good. And then sink back in. You finish with that low twisted dragonfly posture right here. Keep rotating. Try to bring your belly button closer to the inside of your left thigh. As you release, step forward and fold. Let's hang out right here, upside down for a couple of breaths. You don't have to do anything fancy with your hands or your arms. You can just let them be soft. If there is a variation that you want to do, Katasana, hands under, Paramushta, taking your big toes. Maybe you need a little rag doll. Or you can always bind your hands and make Badahasta, chest expansion, heart stretch. And if you're focusing on your upper body, don't be afraid to micro bend your knees so that you can kind of rest your belly on your thighs a tad. You don't feel so precarious as you work without a net there. And then relax. Hands back down, deep bend in your knees. This time, you're just gonna take a seat right there at the top of your mat. Like I said, I'm just gonna take a little slow down break right here. Perfect moment to have a little water if you need some. Again, anytime you're practicing, if you get a little too warm, exhale out your mouth is always the quickest way to cool down your body. And then come on out, find your feet. Once more, just a gentle forward fold here. So we jumped right into that first flow pretty quickly. And we just want to make sure that we give the body a little recovery time before we go into our second round of movement. So enjoy this time to reconnect to your breath. Set maybe a new pace or a new rhythm for your inhales and exhales now that your body has come to life. Usually the breath that we use at the start of practice and at the end is pretty easy to regulate. It's pretty easy to go, oh yeah, I could keep this steady stream of breath. But once you start moving your body, things are gonna change. So perhaps the breath has changed a little bit here, and that's okay. Work with what you've got going on. If you want to sink in even deeper, now's the time. And then work your way back up to a nice tall seat here. We're gonna start this next flow down on the ground, right where we're at, and we'll eventually work our way all the way up to our feet. We'll probably get through it just maybe once on each side, maybe twice. We'll see what we've got for time. We're gonna start by making a seated spinal twist, Ardha, Moxie, and Therasana. So you can leave your right foot here, just right on the inside of your left thigh, or you can pick it up and cross it over. Doesn't matter, whichever one feels best to you. Most importantly is that we're twisting. So you're gonna hook your left elbow or hug your knee and sit up tall. Inhale. First, we lengthen the spine, and on the exhalation, then start the twist. Give that a few full breath cycles. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, work the twist. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring it around. Take the counter twist to the other side. Back to the middle. Now, if you've got this right leg crossed over, you're going to uncross it and meet us so that your foot's just right here. Right arm reaches up. Good. Come on the inside of your knee here. Shoulders on the inside of the right knee, and reach both hands out for your left foot for a moment. So we're just taking a little prep for Marichyasana. Now hold that stretch. Your right glute is probably not flat on the ground, and that's okay. Doesn't have to be. You feel pretty good where you're at in this stretch, you stay right there. Otherwise, you're gonna release your hands and just reach all the way around. Notice that you'll wrap that right knee and see if you can't make a little bind. If your hands come together to clasp right over your hip, fabulous. If they don't, nobody cares, it's okay. Just do your best. Lengthen out the sides of your neck. And then you're squeezing in on the right and folding deeper on the left. 3. Keep squeezing that right knee into your right armpit. 2. And 1. Gaze forward on your inhale, lift up a little bit. If you hold right there for a moment, you can really get a good chest stretch. So don't let that go quite yet. All right, and then release the arms. We're gonna let that right knee just fall open out to the side like a seated tree pose here. One more time, reach out over the left. Now you can really get long in the lumbar spine, deeper into those low back muscles, and fold once more. Notice where the breath is. And roll it up. Tuck your left leg in now, in front, so that you're just in a cross-legged position. Right foot still in, left shin is out front. Both hands walk out again. Even out your hips here. Push back into your sits bones. Now you're gonna get your first real deep outer hip stretch. For some of you that are really open-hipped, maybe this isn't such a deep stretch, but for most of us, there's a little something to feel here. We're talking about way back around by your glutes, your piriformis, and generally what are known as your rotator group, right? I help you with hip rotation. All right, inhale, walk those hands in a step or two. Your left shin is not gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna lift your butt up, slide your right leg back. Make a little adjustment if you need to, just to reset your bottom leg for pigeon, and then 2 collarbones stacked right over 2 hip bones. Take a little baby back bend at the top. And exhale, fold down and relax. So this one we'll hold on to for about a minute. And you can make any variations with your upper body. You go as deep into that stretch as you want. It's really up to you. When all else fails, focus on your breath. Perfect time to roll out any tension in your neck or your shoulders if you're still feeling like you've got something kind of hanging on there. Let's give it about 5 more exhales. Finding the deepest part of your stretch now. Great, and when you hit that 5th breath, you're gonna bring yourself back up to your hands, plant them firmly, tuck your back toes behind you, and we're gonna send that left leg up and back into 3-legged down dog. This part you know, open your hip, flip your dog if you want to. We're just taking that sequence from earlier and adding it on. Turn it back around, underneath, tap your right elbow or go right into starfish pose. Reach up. Unwind one last time, left leg up high. Step through, find your lunge. Start there and bring it up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come back down. Fingertips touch the ground. Push the hips back, flex the left toes, fold. And shift your weight back into your front foot. Low twisted lunge right there. Now we add on just a couple poses here on the end, and we'll have our full sequence. On the exhale, you're gonna drop your left hand, reach it a little bit further out here toward the left corner of your mat, so that as you push off your back foot, you can bring the right arm up and open up for half moon. Find your balance first, keep your gaze down until you feel steady. All 5 of your right toes turn open to the side and then stack up. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Once you've got the hang of it, you can move your gaze if you want to. If you want to bend your right knee, reach back, capture your foot or your ankle and really take a nice big open full moon stretch there. Go for it. 2. And 1. Release your foot if you've got it. Both hands come down. Square everything off right there. Forward fold. Right leg stays up for a breath maybe. Little standing split. And then both feet side by side at the top of your mat. Exhale. Knees bent. Katasana. Arms come up. Hands through heart center, come on down with me nice and slow. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. All the way into your toe stand, pull your belly tight. Sit up nice and tall. And then take a seat. Stretch your legs out. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Slow back down here for a moment or two. Another good time to just have a little break if you need one. Don't lose your focus, just check back in. Maybe the second time into this forward fold feels a little different already than that first time did. And we'll roll it up. Bring your left knee up with you. Welcome to pick this foot up and cross it over, or you can just leave it right there on the inside. Make a good hook or hug of your elbow around your knee. Sit up tall, and exhale, twist. Get some good leverage on that outside hook. Even if you're just hugging your knee, really squeeze it in. Keep the length coming on the inhale, then you can rotate deeper on the exhale. There's 2. One more time. Sit up tall, breathe in. Exhale, twist it out. Release, around to the front. Uncross that leg if you need to. Set it right down there. There's about a fist distance between the inside arch of your left foot and the inside of your right thigh. Reach up. We're going to come forward, inside, both hands trying to get as close to the right foot as possible, all the while we're keeping that left knee back behind us. Once you've got some space in your low back, you can stay here, or you can start to wrap, right? See if you can get the hands together. Maybe lift your chest a little bit first, then fold. Marichyasana A. Good squeeze. As you sit tall, let your left knee now fall all the way open. Jammu Shi Shavasana. Again, this is like that seated tree pose. And now you can go deeper into your low back. You should be able to feel the difference. You can drop in a little bit further. Roll it up, and just tuck your right shin in front. Sukhasana, easy pose. One more time, hands walk out. And then push into your palms so that as you're stretching back into your hips, you can also kind of round your spine a little and get further up into that space between the shoulder blades, known as your thoracic spine. Let your head drop, lengthen out the cervical spine, those first 7 vertebrae that run through the neck and the shoulders. Gaze forward, right, pick up your butt and just slide your left leg behind you. Walk your hands in, make any other little kind of adjustments for your half pigeon here. If you're not familiar with a half pigeon, you've got your shin here, just swung about 45 degrees or so across your mat. Leg behind you is nice and long. And then you come down if you need to and add some weight on top of the pose. You really just let gravity do the work for you here. Try to relax as much as possible. Here we go, adding on that last little piece. As you press into your hands, left toes tuck, right leg goes up nice and high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Flip it over if you want to. Viparita, Shavasana. Take it back around and tap the knee across or just kick right through and open up. Unwind. Right leg high. Swing it through. There's your lunge, arms come up. All the way to the top. Hands drop back down. Hips go up nice and high. Flex the front toes, take a dive over your shin. Sink back in. Right arm reaches up, there's your twist. Remember that half moon is next. So we're gonna unwind, right hand down, lift off the back foot, left arm up. Big transition. Find your foot back there if you want to at any time over the next 5 breaths. Work on engaging the core, steadying the gaze, and deepening the breath. 3, 2, 1. Let go of your foot if you need to. Both hands down, hips and shoulders square. Take one final fold before you set that left foot on the mat. And when you do, exhale completely. Knees bend, arms reach up. Katasana, last one. Palms meet, they fall into your heart. Lift off your heels. Lower down with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a seat. Arms up, legs out. I wish we had time to get through that one more time, but we don't. If you're watching on your own though, you could always pause and just try that little flow once more if you'd like a little bit longer practice today. For now, we'll call it good. For the third and final time we're in this Paschimottanasana, this one maybe feels different than all the rest. You can notice the new space available to you in your body. When you've had enough of the stretch, just roll up, and we're going to take it down onto our back. So grab anything else that you might need to have nearby. For your Shavasana, I'm going to turn to the side, but you're welcome to just roll right down onto your back. Use a little core strength to do that if you can. And then when you get there, bring your knees in. Give them a quick squeeze. Extend and release the legs a few times. Straight up toward the ceiling. And then back into that squeeze. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, squeeze in. One more time, legs go up, inhale. Exhale, hold it right there. Bring your knees a little further apart. And back together again. Let them both drop over to the left. Readjust your upper body there. And take your favorite spinal twist. Get creative with your arms and legs if you'd like to. breaths, we'll switch sides, bring it over the other way, both knees to the right. Come on, back to center. And then one last little squeeze, or maybe you just want to extend your legs back up. If you want to roll your feet behind your head and go for any of the upside down plow shoulder stand positions, you can. I'm going to skip those today. This doesn't sound like a good idea to me, but a back bend sounds kind of nice. So I'm going to do a bridge pose for a few breaths, and then pretty much relax from there into Shavasana, but you are more than welcome to do as many finishing poses for as long as you would like. And when the time comes, and you finally feel like you've got everything sorted out, you're satisfied, ready to relax, then you can make your favorite shape for Shavasana. You've always got the option to flip onto your belly or roll onto your side as well. And when you do find your way there, take one last intentional breath. Exhale it out your mouth. And then just relax. Please stay resting there as long as you can, as long as you need to. I'll just say thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you for practicing. And for those of you who are continuing to make donations and support us, we appreciate it so very much. We're nordeastyoga@gmail on PayPal, and I'm Annie Hansen, that's HANSON_Nordeast on Venmo. So thank you. If you've been enjoying classes here on Instagram or YouTube, we appreciate the support back. We're back in business for the foreseeable future, sticking with our schedule of some morning classes on Instagram and some evening classes in the park, hopefully transitioning to some more outside stuff. And just know that starting Monday, you can have us come to you. I'm happy to come wherever you would like me to be and teach a class for you pretty much at any time that works for both of us. So let me know if that's an easier thing for you to do, get a group of friends together and have yoga in your own backyard. Why not? We can make it happen. All right, have a great Friday. We'll do Ashtanga in Logan Park tomorrow morning, so I hope to see some of you there. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a great day. Namaste.